Hello, people. Good evening. To an extra stream, because I don't know if I'm here on Friday. Probably am, but you know, let's be for sure. The title screen just told me another thing on my to-do list. This thing. We are going to dedicate a day probably getting this crown. Somehow. I don't know how. Maybe we need to do. I probably had the boots. Like, do we need the boots to jump over the railing or whatever? Because we can't really power down this thing. Maybe we can power it up. Let's see. I was always doing different things until now. No, I will take a bit more time in... what was it called? The closed exhibition. Genau. Exactly. My plans for today... This. This is the map that you might can remember from the school days. Because last time we unlocked all 8 inner sanctums. So my plan is to now read the letters a bit more carefully. And effectively make a map. Where he traveled. Yeah. Other than that, I have been crossing off all the things from my list and the other letters. And there are not that many things actually left that I have not in some way or manner found a use for. The only things are stuff like this. Can you see it? It is reversed right now, but this is the thing from the Black Grotto entrance. That, for example, I have not yet found a use for. I also want to get her ladyship's chamber, where, well, we need the tomb for that first. Whatever we will get first, we are going to do. But we need to reach the antechamber for the puzzle to input the pin thing of a magic. So yeah, that is my loose plan for today. Oh yeah, and obviously the I don't know, the I'm going to call it the castle room. I hope you know what I mean when I say it like that. Somehow we need to I have the sentence somewhere. Wait a moment. I give you the exact sentence. In Ares court, where the king now lies, on the sacred hour, that's time for phrase, will a youth approach with empty arms, without gift nor gold, nor charms, and in a shy above a brilliant thing, a swollen cross as 5 stars align, a potion figure, a beckoning grate, the black key is laying in the court of 8. Something like that. Gotta be honest, I have problems reading my own handwriting sometimes. So yeah, we still have somehow to make this. Also this is also something I just remembered. In the sequence where we unlocked Black Bridge Grotto or whatever, we saw this. This is also something I have yet not really found a use case for. So all the things that are not having a use case yet, I'm trying to get down. What else is something that is currently not having a use case? Yeah, the IIOO from Black Grotto. Black Bridge Grotto. The castle thing itself. This is also not yet found. I don't know if I missed something. I probably did. Let's be honest. Otherwise, I would have more answers at this point. But this is my vaguely loose list on things we're going to do today. Good evening, darling. And yes, stream on a Friday. On a Wednesday. Because I'm not sure if Friday I'm going to stream or not. Probably will. I mean, yeah, probably will. Even more important, I just really want to make progress in this game because this game still itches this element inside of me that when I have questions, I desire answers. And this game does something, although it is a hate-love relationship with this game. I am not the biggest fan of the RNG, although it is daring at moments and gives some very happy moments if the stars align, literally, and you can make progress. Good feeling, but I still would prefer to just be able to do my puzzles. I mean, nowadays, after some rigorously restructuring of the rarity of some things via the conservatories, we are mostly getting what we need because we just made it common. So we are pretty commonly getting our resources that we need and the rerolls that we need and what we need. But it took some time to get here. We're literally on day 88. And I would wonder how quicker I would have come to this place if I, just would be able to do that. We're more doing shrine things? We're definitely doing more shrine things. It scratches your brain, right? Yes. Well, same thing as with Outer Wilds, for example. When a game poses questions, then somewhere in there, it will pose an answer. And I want to have this answer. Good. 4 days should be okay for now, because we can get it back when we need. Are there any more rooms, or am I using these materials that I have now, the rerolls, or not the rerolls, the outer rooms, for something more tactical? Like, the treasure trove has a secret in it, obviously, with the black box thing. I'm probably expecting to get the key from the castle thing. But I only need that once, and I'm getting the treasure trove pretty regularly. So I would probably, maybe, put a room outside that actually helps me in the run, like an addict, maybe? Or, we could make a... That's not important anymore, because we have the school thing already. Like, I was thinking maybe a chamber of mirrors in store, and instead of opening the door, basically just doing my printing first, and then going outside, spawning the chamber of mirrors, and then copying all of the rooms I have. Oh, yeah. Okay, it isn't here anymore. I think we are now free to find the foundation again. Because, yeah, we removed that one. I would probably like to have my foundation back. Sure, I guess. We have quite a lot of gems because we have frozen our assets last time. Would I have rerolls? We don't have the tomb, so it doesn't really matter. If we are getting her ladyship's chamber or not. In fact, it would insult me if we would get it. But we won't, so don't worry about that. Commissary for items. I see gems. Oh, a lot of gems. Magnifying glass and shovel? Yeah. Alright. Magnifying glass. Yeah. Oh yeah, how much money do I have? I have 123 because maybe we are having unlocked the blue tents. I'm expecting them to be expensive. Like the Darebird was 110. I'm expecting the tents to be like 200 or something like that. Maybe if we... I'm sure, I think, maybe we are now at 8 trophies. I think. This could be a dangerous assessment, but I thought we have done it. Do we need anything from here? Probably not, but I'm getting the new clue anyway, because if I missed something, it's most likely that. Study for redraws? Garage for keys. Yeah, garage. Sledge, keycard, shovel compass. We ended last run with a moon pendant, which is why we started with the sledgehammer and the compass, exactly. Sleeping mask and lockpick we got from the package. So we're having some good resources today. But yeah, I have... I guess for now, until we have like something on the outside that actually opens other things on my to-do list, we might just go open a way up for the antechamber. Maybe get a good placement for the foundation. And after we have the foundation back, go down and read all the letters. I think that is AID. Alright, so we have the king, by the way. I have not chosen yet what I want. To be honest, I don't know what I want from the king's power. It's pretty much whatever. Is there any room I directly need? Honestly, no. What else would we need? I mean, shops are good, but I'm hoping I can buy the blue tents, so not sure. I mean, if I'm far enough up and don't have it yet, I can switch on the shops. I think that is a good idea. Yeah. One less dead end. That is a good thing. Very good. So, what would be the best to call from here? I'm gonna be honest, I think we just leave this there. We're just leaving that open. And at some point, when we need it, we can conjure any room we need in there. In retrospect, that might be a nifty idea. Was that a combination? Electromagnet. Mechanical rooms. I mean, it's good, but nothing we really need. Yeah, we have to do it for the memes, even though we have the kennel. We have to do it. The dowsing rod will know where we are getting. And I will trust it unless it puts me in a dead end. Okay, that for example, I am not accepting. I need options. Correct. More money. Do I have the lucky foot? No, I don't. But I don't have yet created the treasure trove. So maybe... If we are drawing the treasure trove with this thing, it is very high chance that we are getting... Okay, that's... I'm re-rolling this one. That's all so much access though. I have the card? I have the card, yeah. Okay, take security anyways, just to ramp up the security doors. Where's my payout that I listened to the rod? Apparently nowhere. Unless written by... Oh. Why wouldn't that have been neat if I knew that earlier? Hmm? Yeah. Shut up. That is a certified me moment. Okay, now we need big options. Yeah, now we need big options. Well, no, I have this one here, so I need a T piece. This would cock me. Yeah, fuck it. Come on, give me the showroom. Very good. And infinite gems. If we are getting the study again, that is perfect. More tomorrow rooms. I guess I take you. I take this. And I hope I'm getting the chance to do another study. Neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. We should be able to buy the thing now. That is a silver key. Yes. I mean, sure. I take the one that gives me extra stuff. It's not like it matters. Yeah, we are not expending any gems today. But I will wait for a moment because maybe we're getting a foyer. Increased lockpicking skill, by the way. When the stars align. Okay, there is one part that I need. That's good. That could be... I have the garage already. Okay, if you say so. Have I missed something in here? They wouldn't hide it in here, right? They would definitely hide it in here. Everything that has been written by our mother is potentially so filled with clues. Like, the amount of twigs could be a hint for a puzzle. I'm not joking. That is me, by the way. I am the Red Prince. But I'm also the Blue Prince. Kinda insane that they got the Orindian mirror through the propaganda committee of Veneris. Yeah, okay, it's just, period. Options, please. Yeah, correct. Can I get another shovel? Is that even a thing? Because I technically expended my shovel. I don't think I can get another. Like, the shovel is more or less dead this run. It was kind of obvious that you're going to get to this, but... Huh? Oh, the patio is always coming from here. That is a very interesting realization. That means this is on that side way more better placed. Good to know. Good to know. Same thing with the room 8, I think it was. Yeah, the room 8 also comes from the bottom and goes to the right. 18. 1 minus 7, 49, 94, 74, third, no. Currently eating dinner, be back soon. Alright, take your time. Huh? Oh, that is multiplication. Right. 1, 8, 46, 64. I should do these in German because German names the 10th place first and then the singular. So 46, 64 is a big difference when I'm spelling it out loud and still have the number in my head and trying to do something with it. So maybe I'm just doing these silently from now on. I think I should do these silently from now on. They're getting a bit too complex that I can speak out my thought without getting completely confused in German, English, English, German. I'm good at math and I'm good at English, but both things at the same time, I'm gonna be honest, they are a bit overwhelming. Would have preferred the hallway, but sure. Free apple. Do you have something inside, by the way? Fuck, what was that? November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Is there a gem inside? Because this is like the only gem that is not... No, that's the only gem that has... only save that does not contain a gem. February already, holy shit. Like, could there be something hidden in here? Nothing of interest in here. I take another silver key. I'm thinking about it. But I do like options. This coin is my only extra payout. Well, sure, why not? Mailroom? Nah. We're taking a pantry. I'm sorry, Wishing Rod. My lockpicking luck is effectively not present today. The ornate compass, by the way, is one of the best inventions since sliced bread. I would love to get my Google spreadsheet open. This is not my spreadsheet. This is my mail box that I accidentally opened and now I'm scurrying through. No. My spreadsheet with the blueprints information. Okay. I am not picking this up because I really think I am able to somehow, maybe, can get a lucky foot. Finally, 1 for free. Pool? Pool. I am opening this one though. You are white with waves. And green handwritten. The next 3 green memos you find in this room will all be true. The next 3 green memos are true. Okay. Noted. However, it is a green memo. In a white box though, not in a pink box. The garage key. We actually do have a garage already, so this is pretty good. I think I want to get that right now, actually. Because we could potentially get a secret garden. Okay, I just saw how far away this is. Maybe we are not getting that. Sauna. Yeah, I knew you would. Don't worry. I am with ya. Neat. Right side first. Because we need this one to actually lead to the antechamber. Interesting choice, but yeah. Fuck you. Alright, I believe you. Look at this. All of this, because the wishing rod tells me to open this one. That is kind of insane. How many? The gym. Well, sure. Let me just rotate that a bit. Like this? Nah. I think this is better. Yeah. Oh! Okay, here we need something that goes to the right. Sorry, left. Can I have both? Can I have both? Actually, definitely dining room, because we don't have that yet. Good, 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 good. Free gem. Free gem. No for free. I'm hating this game today. There is a very high chance that you have my lucky foot. Or, you know, don't. There's the secret garden key. And we still have room for that. Exactly one room for that, by the way. Good. Oh, yeah, right. Your boiler room? Your boiler room, yeah. Well, I would say we eat. And because we didn't yet have the conservatory, on my way over there, because this will be secret garden, most likely, and this I want to be conservatory, most likely. So we are putting on the king now. Because we have... Oh, cloister is no longer a green room for me. Ow! Well, it's good and bad, I guess, huh? We have the right side open, so please look down. Perfect. Arguably perfect. Oh no, never mind. We don't need it. Wait, I can't? Oh, same rule. You only can create a throne room from the entrance. Okay. Okay. We're learning so much today. Nothing. Worst case scenario, whatever room we are opening now is actually controlled with a security door. That would be the worst case. I mean, technically that's okay. Yeah, okay, come on. I know items can spawn here. I've seen it once before. So why, Mr. Wishing Rod, did you not give me something? Dead ends. Isn't that now the deity that I'm literally worshipping because of the cloister? That's Draxus. Draxus the dead. I will come back to you in a moment. Because this is dead end, this is dead end, this is... Okay, this should not be dead end. This is dead end. Something, conservatory, secret garden, dead end. You dickhead. No. Perfect. I cannot rotate the things after that. So you have to give me something that looks to the left. Correct. It's the casino. How did you know? For free and conservatory. Perfect. Okay, please be closed now. Alright, throne room is rare. Servants' quarters can also go to rare because it's a dead end. I don't care about that. Nook. Key in the beginning. That is nice, yeah. Neat. Because we do have Draxus's cloister, we are not really in a niche moment where we do need dead ends. We can literally summon them. It's kind of nice. And we're getting paid for it. Like, massively paid for it. And here you can see absolutely nothing in here. Yep, that's great. Cool. Why did I want a secret garden? Good question, dear viewer. I don't know. Nearly. Well. I want to get to the 100 so I can make 1 giga spin, and if this is not working, then whatever. Give me this. This is like the minimum I need. Okay, this is worth. Double worth. Will I get to 100 though? We are -2 net. Maybe. 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 Thank you. We are at 0. It is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. This thing isn't even eating my money, it is eating my time. Good. Look, it worked. And now we're making 1 spin for Destiny, and if that's not working, then whatever. I like Brina. It was so worth it. Let's fucking go. Alright. Anyway, we are now going down to the antechamber and going to read some things. Not antechamber, Inner Sanctum it's called. And we're going to read where he traveled. But there is one more. And I have enough keys. Okay, actually, can you give me the foundation here? Huh. Thank you. Apparently the wishing rod will also just generate more things to dig in. Are they? I think they are, because it is not here anymore when I wanted to check how long it is still outlocked. That's why I thought, oh, maybe it's here now. That looks actually perfect. Especially that I can cut off some walking way. Oh my god, thank you for reminding me, Mr. Boiler. There is another thing on my to-do list. Good. Okay, I believe you. Oops, I misclicked. Key. Yep, and now we're going on the long, long way down. Down towards my destiny. Or, you know, the sanctum. Name it what you want. I'm an idiot. Well, the bedroom is like the one room where this is not an actual problem. I don't know. I got the trophy that I combined everything, so no, the showroom things are most likely not combinable with anything. Salt shaker? Yeah, whatever. Yoink, yoink. Okay, which one do we want? Shop? Nah, it would be insulting now. What can we spawn? Useless, useless. Kinda okay, maybe? Not really, though. Anything of that interesting for me for the next day? Or is there any room I want outside from this list? Because I have the blessing again. Solarium would nearly look funny in there. Did we have the throne room? On the outside. I have no memory of that. And we can't have these on the inside, I think. That would be funny. How many green rooms do I have? I mean, way too many. Not that it matters in any way or form. I don't know, dude. Give me a bedroom. Okay, I believe you. That is still the same message. Nope. Oh. I have never read this. I have read this. This is where I got the fucking information from it. I have read this and then I fucking forgot it. I mean, I not forgot how the admin keys work. I forgot that I got the letter from there. I was looking this letter up again until I more or less brute forced that myself. Speaking of, do we have an admin key? Like, Randolph wrote about that he wanted to create one, but didn't yet, I think. Oh, they are still in the bird thing. Yeah, probably. How are we called? We are Simon P. Jones, right? I think we don't have an admin account yet. But this thing. This is on my list. Here on my where is it? There, that's on my list. Under the find out what to do section. Because I have still not found a good usage for this thing. And that infuriates me. Anyway. Inner Sanctum. Time to read some letters. Full house, by the way. Full house. Actually, let's do that first. We have enough steps anyway. But we have powered this thing. Take your guess. What door is behind this? What kind of door could be behind that? An antechamber lever. It's worse. This is also a door, I guess, yeah. Alright. And behind that is the antechamber lever. Hear me out. Can I make that? Magnifying glass, metal detector? I can make that, yes. I am opening the site first. Oh, that thing. I think I have tested that, but I cannot call this from here, right? Yeah. Because the foundation doesn't exist. It would be cool if you, like, got down from here, you can... Okay, it would be pretty powerful. Like, you can wish where the foundation should be by coming from the bottom up. A bit broken, maybe. Maybe. You are open right now. I I don't think I missed anything in there though. That's the thing. I got basically everything. Okay, give me a letter. Like, what I'm expecting is on every letter is a note on what comes after or what came before. Okay? So let's go from left to right. Starting with, well, here, but in the past. Yeah, and those are the three children they had. 8 realms and 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the spirit of adventure, I have departed forsakingly both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. So, for me, like, we are in Fen Ares. Or Orinda, whatever you want to call it. Like, we are on the Pentagon thing. And from there, we're gone south. That, for me, says we're going to Araja. Yeah. Then, logically, this would be his final stop. So when he came back after all the time. I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose it should be forth an extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I am tempted to save the postmaster trip, as it will just wind up here once again to join the other 7, which I am pleased to report were all writing for me on my desk as safe as it can. Flipping through them has reminded me of my many friends I have made and lessons learned along the way. As far as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Okay. So, from Nuance to Fen Ares. Arch Ares next. We arrived here after a few days of sailing. Okay, we already know what it is. It is Mora J, most likely, to Arch Ares. And it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railways tracked extended all the way north. Yeah, Arch Ares is a destination with which I am well acquainted. Having traveled here countless times on businesses for Sinca last time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast on an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Yeah. I think sail points to Mora J. I don't have any other idea what it could be. Next up, Araja. I was a little disappointed that there has been not a drop of rain during my time here, as every Arajan story I have ever heard began with rain. I suppose the anecdotes to make on this trip have to be without the flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. I'm pulling up the translation sheet for that. Water. A. Law. No translation for this. Jena. Also no translation for this. Law. Word. The last words from the water or something like this. Extremely guessed, okay? However, there is no way written in here where he gone next. I know where he came from, but not where he gone to. Dot the countryside make this place even familiar. Yeah, I don't think so. This helps me not. This is without information for me. Next up, I have forgotten what your name is. You're Concorica. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities to further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having fought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. It doesn't say much. Where every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, then you throw away that which is expendable. If looking like I'm bringing back less souvenirs than I started with. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcoming relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Okay. So from Vera to Concorica, that makes a lot of sense. In terms of travel. Okay. Mora J. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Mora J last night in good spirits. The people here were belligerent in their politeness and are spending a full day among the Jaileri. I am just as afraid of eating another dish as am I rejecting their offers. I may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books, as I am noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They each have been short on solitude. After a short sea voyage. Okay, hear me out. This might be a tall guess, but the shortest voyage you can have to Mora J is from Concorica. They are literally next to each other. So I'm going with that as a help. Vera. The most amount of sense it would make is probably a Raija, because nuance is like on the end. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I am only deeply lost and vivid memories of. Sorry, I have gotten old. I lessened less occasion to recollect on such a trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly was, which was not the lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is tanned one of these hard-shelled friends for the duration of their stay. It serves both as steed, guidance, and companion. I am still under the spell of the island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Mora J. That's bad. So he's not going from Mora J to Arch Ares. He's gone from Mora J to Vera. Shit. Nuance. It would make sense if you are coming from Arch Ares. By far my favorite realm I have visited on this trip, but I have always had a penchant for technology and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets of the soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring as the mountains of Koringa or the beaches of Mora J. This is not telling me anything. Perhaps even more, just letting the childrenhood of the degree box compromise my objectivity. From the shops I have visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I am across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of the red flag. So, Nuance back to... yeah, from Nuance it goes back to Fen Ares. Okay, let's... I mean, it is kind of process of elimination because except where he started and where he ended, we are having no duplicates. And we know a sequence for sure, probably, which is Mora J, Vera, Corica, Mora J. Yeah, strike that. That's a mini loop. Shit. This is... I have trapped myself in this statement. Beginning the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black as the realm as its name, and a story I feel closely connected to. This either... This either means he's gone... Okay, shit. This either means he gone from Fen Ares to Arija, or that this is the start. Like, that Orindia is the start, effectively. This could also be interpreted like that. This is the end. I'm 100% sure this is the end. is also not helping. Is there like a date on here? Fucking post stemples. Shouldn't there be like just a timestamp on that? A literal time stamp? L. None of that is really helpful. Random flip into Vera. Yeah, that's what I mean. They have absolutely no information here about on the stamp itself. Would have been a bit too easy, gonna be honest here. And I'm fairly certain with that. So he came from Mora J to Vera. I think that makes a lot of sense, yes. Mora J, he came from Corica. We arrived on the main island of Mora J last night in good spirit, after a short sea voyage. There is no other short sea voyage than coming from Corica. So this has to be wrong. But I'm fairly certain that somewhere inside the list is Corica to Mora J to Vera. What would make the most sense to reach Corica? I'm gonna be honest, it's either this. Like, I'm looking on the map. Like, you wouldn't drive like this if you make a travel to the entire world. You would more like have a ring or some sort of... I hope he has like a ring or something like that. Otherwise, he might be just insane. Which could happen, I guess. I mean, would make sense, huh? It is after Corica and it is after Mora J. And I'm fairly certain Vera was before, and he's not a friend of nature. So I'm going to guesstimate that he gone to Nuance from Vera, and Vera then to Fen Ares. Which makes a 5-line, meaning 2 are left. And these 2 being a Raja and Arch Ares. That also sounds like Mora J. That's the problem. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way to the north. He gone to Araja. He come from Araja to Arch Ares. And that closes the line. So he started in the middle, gone south, gone north, somehow, for whatever reason. Gone to Corica, to Mora J, to Vera, to Nuance, and back to Fen Ares. Fairly certain. At least that completes the list. Take your guesses, guys. Even this clock goes correct twice a day. Showroom. No lucky foot is insane, by the way. No moon pendant is also insane. Or maybe there's like a lockout that you can't have the moon pendant twice in a row. Wouldn't be the worst decision. Same as the freezer that enters a quote-unquote recooling phase after it's done. Oh yeah, I'm leaving this one active because we do have alternatives. Please remind me that we are going to... Really? That we are going to use the burning glass to open... Oh! The left. The left? The door in the tunnel. No direction needed. Hello! Look, it's me. Okay, I am fairly certain we started... This is not something I can target, right? Yes. We started here, which is Orinda and Arch Ares at the same time. We're gone down to Araja, up to Arch Ares, Corica, Mora J, Vera, Nuance, and back to us. Shit. Wait, what? What? There are individual positions I have to hit? Brother, what? As if I know. Okay, I didn't know I have to get that correct. That makes no sense. Okay, so, okay, it's just wrong on my side then. I am still 100% sure that this is where we started. And I'm pretty sure this is where we end. And I do know this is his second to last location. And I'm also like after a short sail, we reach the main island. I have no idea how you can reach the main island of this thing, if not via that. Like on my list, this is 765. So it comes from here to here. I have no idea how you would make this differently. If short sailway is the only tip they give. That would also make sense. Like if those two are just swapped. So, like this. But based on the letter, it was more like that. But that is not the answer. And I could not think that this is entirely unlocated. Well, time to read it again and also make ourselves a burning glass and check the tunnel. +1. Put it to the others. I have actually not made a kitchen. Yikes. We are walking through it. We are not walking through it. For the sole reason that because we can. I wanted to use it in a different location with the funny lucky foot thing. But I guess we're doing this. Just out of principle. No other reason. Why exactly, by the way? I have never questioned that. But why exactly can we only use a key once? Is it like Luigi's Mansion, where the key physically dissolves whenever we use it? Like, why can't we use these things again? Yippee. We are rich. Beep and beep. I think it is 6 in the evening. If there is ever a daily limit on how long a day can be, we are going to find it out today, most likely. Or not. Take your guess. Yeah, that is also a door. Okay. Sure. Do I want to pursue that? Or do I want to pursue the puzzle again? I think I want to pursue that, actually. Yeah. I'm expecting another door after that. Maybe we need a special arrangement on rooms for that to open then. So we might as well know it now and might be able to plan for that the next day. Motherfucking dickheads. What door would be after that? The antechamber thing, obviously. Maybe we need to open all the antechamber levers. And what would be after that? Something that needs some sort of shrine blessing. Is it a quantum door? Nope, I can't walk backwards into it. No idea. It has the same form as Mount Holly, though. That is something I noticed. Isn't the logo here somewhere? It's in the entrance. Ah, I have to go there anyway, because I don't have the thing. I'm pretty sure that is the Mount Holly logo. Or emblem, or whatever you want to call it. And that tells me absolutely nothing. Yeah. That tells me absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, you will see the sigil literally right here. There, on the ground. See, it's the Mount Holly logo. Without the berry inside. But the berry or the thing, microchip thing, was literally right in front of it. So I don't think this is as unreasonable. So what could that mean? Okay, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Far-fetch. This door only unlocks if we only use blue rooms to build the house. Because it's a blue Mount Holly sigil. Which would be possible with the king, I think. It might be a bit yikes, to be honest. Maybe we could get some sort of combination where we showroom a day before and effectively only pick up the Ornate Compass and pick up a moon pendant before that. So we are like effectively smuggling and one in the code check because this is a blue room. So we are smuggling the showroom items into this run and then use the stars from the observatory. Correct. And then we could build a house with only blue rooms. I'm saying this as a joke, but the more I say this, the more I think like, yeah, that makes sense. And I hate that this would make sense, by the way. Of all the things, this is one of the worst things that could be. Is there something important on that? No. Okay. I'm running out of paper. I need more space to scribble on. All right, let's read it again. Oh yeah, I don't have the I don't have the magnifying glass anymore. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order? What route and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore. I'm planning up my song suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, as it is happened. The road has taken me south. Okay, I am 100% sure a fragment of the old kingdom, as black in realm as it was in name. Okay, that could just where he started. Like Reddington is his start. He started from the Mount Holly estate and he has to come back to the Mount Holly estate. So I guess Orinda, the remnants in black, are the start. Period. Black Bridge Hotel and Spa. So I'm fairly certain this is the start. And I'm also fairly certain that this is the end. Pretty sure. Like 95% sure. Writing this letter last, sitting at my desk at home. I suppose it should be put forth extra. I'm pleased to report that we're all writing them at death saves, as it can be. Flipping through them reminded me of the many friends I made. Lesson learned that as long. Looked back, trying to spread and others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. You see, that once again could be just a reflection on his journey so far. But for me, this translates to he comes from Nuance. To Fen Ares. Like, the home. Whatever. They are both the same. Fen Ares and Orinda are the same on the map. Yeah. So, no matter what the order is, Fen Ares is at the end. Maybe the guess with that air travel is better is a trap, and he was not coming from Nuance to Fen Ares. Maybe that's a trap. Could be. We arrived here after a few days of sailing. Now here's the problem. Sailing could both mean either A, ship, or B, aircraft. Both of which you would classify as sailing. I wonder if in a different language this would give me more information. Because in German, sailing in this regard would be differently translated, depending on if it's a water vehicle or an air vehicle. I think. At least I would not translate it in both cases. Segeln is specifically something in German you do with a water-bound vehicle. A air-bound vehicle would either just fly or cruise. The German equivalents, I mean. All the way up. Could also mean he gone from Orinda to Arch Ares first, instead of Araja. But he said he gone south first. Well, it could also just point at Orinda and not Araja. Let's try Arch Ares. It is either Arch Ares or Araja. To one of them he gone. Like countryside for me, I am interpreting this as either this is information that serves no purpose, or wherever he gone, he arrived there via countryside, and the only method that he could reach via countryside is Araja. If Fen Ares is the end, the only thing he can reach with only countryside, like only train or car or carriage or whatever, Araja is the only option. Even Arch Ares has a puddle of water in between. A short sail. I'm regretting my words now. That would make sense. Frigid weather here is a welcoming relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. I am 100% sure he come from Vera to Corica. This is also a 100% statement. Pretty sure. There is no other option. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Mora J. So, here's the thing. How do you arrive on Mora J via a short sea voyage? I would argue a short sea voyage is only possible from Corica. However, it could, in theory, be Arch Ares. This is also accessible, yeah, via that. So to reach Mora J, the shortest way, in my opinion, is Corica. The second longest decision would be Arch Ares, and in theory, the longest, which we... No, that's not possible. It can't be Vera. Because we know from Vera he gone to Corica. What else might be possible? In theory, Nuance? In theory, but I doubt it. Is it impossible though? You would not write sea voyage when you're going via airplane. Also, I'm fairly certain this is the second to last. Like, I am fairly certain he gone to Fen Ares via Nuance. Where do you come from? Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, there are... I guess that would make sense from Mora J to Vera. Well, that would effectively close the circle, with the only option left being Nuance and starting at Orindia. So you have Orindia, Araja, Arch Ares, Mora J, Vera, Corica, Nuance, and Fen Ares. That is a valid option. By the way, if you want to see the abomination that is my thinking process, there it is. Right next to Partio Parlor, Nook Office, Library, and Pantry. the things from Last Clue. Final Clue or whatever. New Clue. New Clue it was. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. This also sounds correct, like the one approach we have right now here. But I'm gonna be honest. I would not classify this as a short sale. If short sale as an option is available and you have Corica as a short sale, then I see no other option, to be honest, why this shouldn't be in here. Oh, there's night in the morning. Brina, I have a question. Is there an actual day limit? Like, in terms of the day is just too long at some point? Because if we are waiting a bit longer, we are reaching midnight, and 8 in the morning is like the start of each day. Haven't seen anyone come across one. Okay, then most likely there isn't one. Would be funny though if 8, the clock hits 8 and everything just resets, as it always does. Ah! Oh! Aua. Okay. We're starting at the remnants of Arindia. Going down to Araja. Taking a boat up to to Arch Ares. Taking a short sail. Like, you see what I mean? This is not a short sail for me. Or we have reached the main island. Maybe, but no. This is not a short sail. This is highly speculative, and if this is the solution, this is deceiving the player. Which I guess, but like, I don't know. Going to Vera. Going to here. Going to Nuance and going back home. Yeah, that is very badly written. I'm gonna be honest. That is a bit too weird. Oh, it's Testament. That is this is useless, I think. Because he has negated his testament with the audio recording, I think. Unless this is written earlier. Maybe. Wait, redacted? Cool. I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate in Rennington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I declare that I am not and have ever been married and have no children. First, I direct all my debts and outstanding expenses be paid as soon as my decease as possible. Secondly, I direct all the servants and staff in my employ at the time of my death shall be granted indefinite leave to be paid out of the reserves of my estate set aside for such occasion, until such a time as a new master of Mount Holly bids them their return. In the event of that as foreseen reserve for this purpose are depleted before a new master of the estate is found, my direct executor to make provision. I direct my executor to provisions of their future employments and to do so in a manner that is just and adequate to all parties involved. Thirdly, I am faithful to my faithful valet Hartley Ruda, the servant, the main servant, not the housemaid, the servant. I hereby gift to him the lake house in Trinsdale as a small measure of gratitude for his years of unwavering loyalty and devoted service. I direct that my executor take such steps as are necessary to transfer ownership of the said lake house to Hartley Ruda, and should use all reasonable efforts to pursue him to accept the same. Furthermore, to my late cousin Trinley's 2 children, Courtney Ferreen and Rygard Ferreen, who I have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their action. I grant to each a cuckoo clock set internally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should be present themselves, I bequeathed to them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key, which formerly belonged to his sister Clara Epson, not Epstein, sorry, Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. Yeah, this is still on my to-do list. In addition, this is my fervent desire that the gallery along which all the artwork contained within be bestowed upon the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculpture, exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson, comprised of the 4 pieces entitled I Forgot, I Don't Care, Fuck You, and Shut Up. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence following the date of my earthly departure. Will it be removed from Mount Holly draft pool? Oh. I don't think that counts, though. If I'm gonna be honest. Like, okay, I understand why the library is removed from the draft pool because of this explanation, but isn't his previous statements and wishes of last will were revoked by the recording, so this shouldn't count anymore, in theory. Moreover, to the Grand Cathedral of Araja, I bequeathed 8 stone statues sculpted in the likeness of the 8 Arajan angels. Cool. I think I can complete my list now, I mean, I whatever, but like pure logically, the gallery shouldn't be removed. This is not a statement from the treasure trove. This is a angel entry. Okay, I'm not really sure. Okay, I know one. Joya is probably the chef. And you know why? On my lunchbox, there is an Joya meal. So I think Joya is the chef angel. Dajo, Vei, Mila. I think this one was the maid. I'm pretty sure that's the maid, yeah. I think. I have vague memories of Anna Babbage talking about her. Mila, yeah, Vaya, I don't know. Rinna is the gardener. I know that because of the floor blueprints they shown to me. Lydia is unknown. It's either Jiminy Cricket or the jockey. And Draxus is the one of the dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8, 8, 1. Draxus is not being depicted in the cathedral, which is why I have only 7 entries here. Anyway, the The sculpture figures have been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even though there have been much debate over their natural numeric order, they have been nevertheless remained steadfast in the safeguarding of our family's secret. I trust that they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Arroja the same level of stewardship. I give and bequeath my grandnephew Simon P. Jones, the dear son of my dear niece Mary Matthew, all the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate and of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and the land which I own near Mount Holly, as a token of the cordial and aforementioned friendship which for nearly over half a decade his grandmother Clara Epstein has shown me. The above provision and bequest is contingent for my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 64th room of my 45th room estate. Okay, it could be that this is his full testament and only this is what we hear in the story. But I don't think so, because the recording started here, effectively, and then jumped to here. That could be creative liberty, correct? But I think I'm not giving up the fucking art thing. I'm keeping the gallery because I hate it, but it has resources inside of it. Amongst the other things, the value holds the physical deed to the entire estate, as well as many other personal effects and politics of insurance. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heirs worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering the whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse, and the above clause on this page and provisions pertaining to that clause shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Arindian Heritage Foundation, under condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instruction and allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. Okay. Reasonable. As one final gift to my grandnephew Simon P. Jones, regardless or whether he finds room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath to him the original manuscript of his mother's work that were produced here under the roof of the childhood home. The preliminary draft include The Red Prince, which she wrote while revisiting the estate during the brightest of her days, and A New Clue, which she penned here during the darkest. I hope that in due time and in the natural order of things you will come to the content as I have with the little of self she left us. In witness of, I have hereto set hand on this 18th of March, 1993. This is the exact same date as the introduction, I think. The 18th of March. I think it was the 18th of March, yeah. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. So this is the original testament. Shit. So we are losing the gallery. Certified copy. Property deed of Lord Arnold Clementine and Lady Arare of Trinsdale. Is that the exact same thing we saw in the copied version of Room 64? I think yes, this is the exact same thing as the one that normally lies here when you copy this room into the outside. Speaking of copying this room, we have another thing done from my big to-do list. Solve all sanctuaries and the travel map. Yippee! Neat. So, now the question is, ladies and gentlemen, do we want to take a room on the outside, or do we not? Because next on my list, I would like to complete the tomb. So I shouldn't actually do this. So why have I taken the shrine then? Good question, CJ. Is there anything that would make sense to put outside, which has a higher priority than me getting the tomb? No. I don't think so. I want the tomb. I'm gonna be honest. So ideally, we are... the attic would be pretty cool, though. Now, I am going all the way back outside the house, and we are going to call it on the outside, so we are not getting an extra room. Because I take 3 chances to actually find the tomb. Thank you very much. We're also going to get ourselves some reroll dice before we are opening the outside to increase the chances that we are actually finding the fucking bedroom. Just to make sure, Brina, you are welcome to answer this question. To craft her ladyship's chamber, I have to be on the west side, so the left, and create the room, for example, from the secret garden to the sauna. So I have to stand on this door, right? The door has to look downwards. Good.